Okay, I got it.
Oh,
He's got it. He's ready.
and we're back. Welcome back to the Duck Call Room, ladies and gentlemen.
Buckle up for safety.
Look, as you know, we don't dabble in politics, and we're not going to today, except for the fact that we have a future president of the United States with us.
Carter.
Carter Owen is back with us. Carter, how you been, son?
It's been good.
That's awesome, man. Look, I want to bring this up. Our fans are great, right? They send us all kinds of stuff, lots of times snacks, all the things. But Carter got his first piece of fan mail the other day that I delivered to your dad. Did your dad give you your fan mail, Carter?
Yeah.
You better say yes.
Yeah, he did.
Say it in the microphone so the people hear.
Oh, he did.
Okay, good job. From Miss Brenda in Florida. She sent you a book, right?
Uh-huh.
What was it about?
It was about what to do if you want to become president. And this is a special shout out to Miss Brenda from Florida. I do not know, probably from Miami or Orlando or Jacksonville. And thanks for the book.
How does he know that many cities in Florida?
The boy knows the map, son. He's been studying the Electoral College since the kindergarten
It's
days.
very important to win Florida if you're going to win it.
You can't win the presidency without winning Florida.
There you go. So you're starting off good.
But like Alaska and like Texas and California got like a lot of votes.
That's true. Did you say Alaska?
Yeah.
I don't know that one's true.
I know. You should look it up.
I'll look it up. I got the computer.
Yeah.
Carter said, "Don't doubt me."
You got the
He said, "Don't doubt me,
You should look it
son."
up.
Don't doubt me.
I'm gonna say they got like 4.
What, Alaska?
Alaska.
Yeah.
We're going down something I don't know.
I don't know.
about.
Yeah, Electoral College and all the things.
They got 3. Alaska's got 3. We ain't got to worry about Alaska, but Alaska, we love you. Vote for Carter.
Texas and Florida, you're going to need to win them.
Gonna need
I
those.
think Bigfoot was there to stop destroying the valley and Bigfoot family.
Wait, what?
I've watched this movie called Bigfoot Family.
Okay.
It's about this guy named guy who was
Hold on,
a
son.
scientist that
Time out.
in Alaska.
You're
which was
bringing up
accidentally turned
some.
into Bigfoot.
Hold on. You're bringing up Bigfoot. Something else besides Duck Dynasty Bigfoot? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah, Bigfoot. It wasn't exactly Bigfoot. It was actually Godwin.
That's true.
Yeah, and Godwin was this man's henchman that got hired. So, what'd you
If
pay
it was
Godwin,
a real
by the
one,
way?
I would just hired Randy, who is a level 18 Bigfoot hunter. I
Okay.
believe that's a pro.
Randy's a level 18 Bigfoot hunter. What did you pay Godwin to dress up as Bigfoot and scare all us with? Snack cake?
I know nothing
Like
about that.
100 or
You know nothing
1
about
to
it.
$200.
I don't know anything about that.
He's pleading the fifth, boys.
Playing the fifth.
Taking the
fifth.
fifth.
We said it on camera. Can we just play that clip?
I don't have that. Son, I'm pretty good at this. I'm not good enough to just pull up clips from Duck Dynasty.
I
at
love the
will.
fact that he's like, "Hey, Hunter, pull that clip up, son. Drop that real quick." He's been watching podcasts, getting ready for this. I like it. Who you think we are, Carter Theo Vaughn? We ain't got that kind of
Who's
budget.
that? Who's that dude on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Seriously.
not Hunter.
He's better than Hunter. And he gets paid more, too.
Yeah, pull that
To
up.
be fair, we're not Joe Rogan.
Or Theo Vaughn
We're us.
And
Yeah.
the real Bigfoot was showed up if you didn't eat the beef jerky. Instead, you caught a Godwin instead of a Bigfoot.
yeah. No,
I
that's-
like Godwin more than Bigfoot, so win-win.
Well, I will say, anytime that you're baiting the trap with snacks, there's a pretty good chance a big person's going to show up,
Yeah.
like
Happen to be
Godwin or
me.
me.
Yeah.
Or
You like snacks.
what's your favorite snack, Carter?
I'd say probably
Oh, deep.
Reese cup.
let's say I like something that has salt and vinegar with it.
Salt and vinegar.
Big
okay.
salt and vinegar chip.
Big salt and vinegar
okay.
guy. Well, I saw the other day though that you made the cover of a pretty famous YouTuber's Instagram post, right?
Yeah, Ryan Trahan.
There you go.
I'm gonna pull up his picture right on the screen right now.
Actually, I can probably pull that one
He said maybe he can pull that one.
since I did take that photo.
Okay. So what did you think about Mr. Trahan's candy? Is it
It's
good?
pretty good. I like how it has no sugar, no fake chemicals in it, and it makes you feel good after you eat it.
It made you feel
This guy's
good.
clearly, and he's on it, and he actually won the world record.
Did he?
Ryan Trahan has somehow got an army of children selling candy for him, and I respect it.
Yeah, look at that. There's a picture.
In fact, he got me to
There's the
Target
picture, boys.
taking pictures, and I somehow ended up in his Instagram post, which was cool.
And there's his comment right there. Let's go. And it says it was 5 days ago with like 4,704 likes.
Yep.
And it's a reply.
I got 424 likes.
Oh man, that's awesome. So what do you like about Mr.
He
Trahan?
actually traveled from California all the way to New York.
He hasn't
just
done it
with
yet.
1 penny to deliver
he-
to Mr. Beast.
He did do that.
Oh,
The
okay.
richest YouTuber alive right now.
Yeah,
And he took him a
Which is
penny.
why on the first day he donated $500 to activate the Wheel of Doom.
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000 you get to activate, and they.
We're
will
really doing a
spend
whole commercial for Ryan
100,000.
Trahan right here, aren't we?
You get to choose what they have to use.
Ryan, if you're watching,
Yeah.
we'd love to have
Well,
you.
I know it's a big
Yeah,
deal.
we love to
though,
have
but-
that, and I just hope I'm there.
Well, he's doing 50 states in 50 days.
I'll bring some joyride with me.
I'll bring some joy. I hope he's
We
got his
spent-
own joyride.
Well, we spent $50 on Joyride the other day, so I hope he can buy his own.
I expect it to be like 300 because a lot of it was like because I saw the price tag on it. It was like $51.47.
We'd spent $51.47. I'm tired of your memory, by the way. Anyway, Ryan is a YouTuber who's going across America with his wife. They're hitting 50 Airbnbs in 50 days in 50 different states, and so far they're doing
but
it.
that's not all.
They're
he
on
does.
state 15.
He reviews 1-star places.
They been down here yet?
He
Uh-huh.
he has a piece
Sadly.
here.
They didn't get your
actually
Airbnb?
Went around. He actually goes around places he goes to places around the world.
He's a good YouTuber for kids to watch, but he's raising money for St. Jude, and he was trying to raise $1 million in 50 days.
Yeah.
And he's
Okay,
and I just pulled up.
look,
Yep,
he did it.
he did it.
He did it.
He's on day 50.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, boy. $1 million.
He's on day 15,
Hey.
and he's already at $1.4 million.
Yeah,
So
$1 million. 400. It's actually 1,417,655 raised.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
But he said he had to raise $1 million, and now it's about at $2 million.
he said, why stop at $1 million? We
Hey.
can get to 2.
That's right. We can make it.
God, I love your
Carter's
excitement.
fired up, and I am
I
too.
just
I love
donate
it.
like
Oh.
30 seconds ago.
We watch this every night right now.
And
There's their current map. That's what they've driven so far.
yeah,
Ooh.
now they're at, hey, look, and now they're at Florida.
And now they're in Florida.
Hey, there you go.
I suggest him to go back around to California
I bet he's got a plan.
ASAP
ASAP.
because he might fail the challenge if he doesn't.
Well,
He's got 50 days. We'll see. If you have 50 grand, we can activate the Wheel of Doom and make it harder.
And I actually have like a lot of money.
How much money
but
you got?
I'm saving it all for college to be an astronomer. Because I would have lots of satellite that can actually see if there's actual life out in space.
he wants to be an
Because
astronomer.
because
He
have
ends up
like
as the president.
because you can't have Star Wars without aliens.
I promise I didn't know that's what he was going to say.
God,
You want to be an astronomer.
thank you, Jesus.
You're
for
saving all
Carter
your
Owen.
money to become an
college.
astronomer.
At ULM.
Dream
don't-
higher.
I don't know.
Shoot higher, buddy.
As a fellow alum,
Dream,
love it.
Yeah, dream bigger.
Great school. I don't know that their astronomy program's that strong.
Yeah. And I'm not even sure it exists.
But I like the fact that you're staying
Mark
close to
Rober
home.
wants a satellite that can take selfies in space.
Oh, now we're going down Mark Rober, everybody. If you're wondering who the big YouTubers in the kid world are that don't cuss, ask Carter. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
So Carter, what do you think? Like now that you're old enough to watch, when you were a young buck, we did the regular Duck Dynasty, but now we have
Duck Dynasty,
the revival. Yeah, what do you think about seeing your dad on TV, man? How's that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Coolest dad at school.
He also ate the beef jerky. I could have caught Bigfoot, but I only caught Godwin.
Yeah. So what do you think of the show so far?
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. You got any highlights that you love? Any?
I'd say I really need those crutches.
The crutches. Oh,
From episode 4 because I've tested them out once.
When were you on
other
crutches?
brother had, and they're actually pretty. They're actually pretty good to use if you don't feel if you're too lazy to walk.
Crutches.
Lazy to walk.
Crutches are harder to walk than regular walking.
Hey, not my. Hey, I tested them out. It's kind of fun.
Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-led company, believes every man and woman who has faithfully served this country deserves to proudly fly an American flag that was actually made in
America.
America. Si, is that something you can get behind?
I can get behind that.
And that's why Pure Talk is on a mission to give an allegiance flag, the highest quality American flag, to 1,000 U.S. veterans in time for National PTSD Awareness Day and Independence Day. Supporting this great cause is easy. Just switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, and a portion of every sale will go towards providing these high-quality flags to deserving veterans. Look, Si ain't a big cell phone guy, but he likes America, and he likes our flag, and he likes veterans. Ain't that right?
That's right.
That's right. So with plans from just $25 a month for unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data, you can enjoy America's most dependable 5G network while cutting your cell phone bill in half. The average family saves over $1,000 a year. Look, I switched over, super easy, kept my same phone number, took me like 10 minutes. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist. And they're doing all this stuff for veterans. We've been talking about them for months. Great win, easy to get behind these guys. Look, if you want to make this decision, you want to save money, you want to support veterans, just go to puretalk.com/duck to switch hassle-free in as little as 10 minutes. Again, that's puretalk.com/duck to support veterans and to switch to America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
So that's the highlight. You got any low lights? Anything?
What was your
you'd
least
change or
favorite part?
Anything you'd
I
change?
bet
Or?
you know why.
Oh, yeah, he knows. Oh, we
Huh?
can't go down this road.
Can somebody just fire Alexis already?
Thank you, Jesus.
You can't.
Oh,
Okay.
I teed that one
So-
up for him. Thank
Okay,
you.
so at our house right now, Carter is a very polite young man. Is that correct, Carter?
Yeah,
And we don't like when people use foul language. Is that correct, Carter?
yeah.
But if someone makes a mistake, it's okay.
Okay, that's right too.
Okay. So just because someone says something, if they get scared and didn't mean to say something, we don't have to
I
call their
think
boss and
that-
complain and fire them.
I don't think that was an accident.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
It might have been on purpose. It might have been an accident, but just please don't do it again, Alexis, if you're watching.
Hey,
Should I go get her?
No, just don't get it. Don't.
No, he won't be able to handle it. He doesn't want to see her ever again. It's been a nightly occurrence.
I think I saw her. I think he asked me what we were gonna talk about.
No, that was the Duck Dynasty crew. You haven't seen her yet.
Oh,
I
my-
was nervous that you would see her.
My face hurts. Oh, man. What a life, man.
Carter, how old are you?
I'm like 11.
11?
And by September, I'll be 11 and a half.
I was like, what's in September?
He's 11 and a third.
11 and a half in
Oh.
September. That's correct.
Oh, man.
11.5.
I love that. Golly, Carter.
Well, you are one sharp dude there, Mr. Carter.
You are a delight,
Yeah.
Mr. Owen. Wow, that really.
Anyways,
that
yeah.
that was even better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's why our YouTube and what we watch selection is pretty limited because no cussing is allowed. Owen House.
Well, then we better be careful.
Oh, with the guys walking in. The rest of this episode.
Oh man. Yeah. So Carter, I had something else I was going to ask you, and I totally got derailed because you answered that so perfectly.
I knew that was coming.
I know.
I thought we were going to avoid that.
No, I needed him to.
He tried to FaceTime.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So, like, I know because you did this in a video. So, what should a person do if they get scared?
They should just act calm.
Act calm, close their eyes, right, or maybe jump back, something like that. Just not use.
Or probably tried to faint.
Tried to faint.
Yeah, take
No
a deep.
I've seen that in a TV show once where like a camp director actually scared somebody and then they fainted.
And then they fainted.
And that's better than profane language?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
There
it's a
we
better
go.
option.
Just pull that bunk clip up and it's also on episode 3.
We're not watching any Disney clips in here either. Oh, my-
It's Netflix.
I'm sorry.
Oh, get it right, Dad.
It's like a dictionary for
Oh my goodness gracious!
But you had a specific reason you wanted to come on the show today. You wanted to talk to Si about something.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to talk about all the like what I want to be like before my presidency.
Okay.
Probably I might work for Dad at the honey hole before I become president.
A lot of presidents
Probably
started
an
off
astronomer.
sweeping crickets.
And
Yep.
probably just work for the duck call room.
You work for the duck call room?
Boy, it doesn't pay
Because
good.
Man.
the more I'm in it, the more
Why did
money
Hunter
I
laugh
get.
so hard?
Yeah.
A lot of laughs.
I'm just going to
Means
encourage
more
you.
comments, more likes, and more money. It's just,
Can we get a more comments, more likes in the comment section just for Carter? Just spam that, the whole thing. More comments, more likes.
More likes,
When
more
Carter's
money.
on, we get more comments, more likes. Is that
Yeah.
right?
that's because I got a lot of good prop comedy.
A good prop comedy. What prop did you bring?
Oh, yesterday at Chips I did some Star Wars jokes.
Okay. Do you remember any of them?
They're pretty hilarious.
Hold on.
Like what did Palpatine say
Oh, this isn't funny.
before they dueled? He said he's an old geezer. George Palpatine.
That's
Have
the
you
whole
seen
joke?
him? That guy looks like 100. That guy looks like 200 years old.
I don't know,
He
kids.
left
I don't
in
even-
episode 9 for some reason.
I don't even get the joke, but I love
Don't
his
even ask me
delivery,
how he
man.
pulled that
He's
off.
got delivery. Hey, hold on. So you want to be president? You want to be an astronomer just to see if there's aliens out there?
Yeah,
Because obviously we can't have Star Wars without real aliens.
yeah.
And you also want to work at the honey hole. And then
yeah,
you want to
for
work in the...
retirement.
No, you're going to retire at the honey hole?
No, like after my presidency, I will work for the honey hole and the duck call room.
Oh, there you go. Secret Service at the HH Superstore, man.
I don't
That'd
think
be-
There
that's
you
going
go.
to work, bro.
that'd
Could you imagine George W. Bush in the honey hole right now?
Yes, I can. And it would be fantastic.
I would love it.
Well, hey,
It'll be
Mr. Trump, our president, he worked in at McDonald's the other day.
Uh-oh.
That is true.
There you
Wait,
go.
how about that?
He went to McDonald's. Awesome. I wanted to go to that McDonald's he went to.
What else you got, Carter? I mean, you're...
This is your show. We're
Yeah,
just
they're
living in
going to
it.
be... So you're going to be an astronomer. You're going to work at the honey hole duck call room. Any other...
Odd
Can
jobs?
I ask if you got a big goal other than presidency? I know, but like before, you got to get all this stuff done before you're the
Probably hope
president.
the rocket that launches and the satellites actually work and just don't explode.
Okay, rockets and satellites. So you're saying tighten up
I've seen
NASA?
some clips of satellite rockets exploding in one of the episodes of Mark Rober,
Oh,
which was pretty satisfying.
yeah,
It
pretty
probably
sad.
cost them a lot of money.
Carter, do you remember when you were a kid, you would sit in your dad's office all day and watch car crashes?
That was actually I actually watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse
You did watch that
because
too, but
this is clearly Walt Disney's goaded.
I will never forget
God.
walking in though and seeing the pure joy on your face from cars crashing into
It was
each
cartoon
other.
cars.
I know, cartoon cars, not real
Not real
car wrecks.
people in
No.
car wreck.
Yeah.
And I always wondered how that was possible. Then I had twins, and they love
I love a good car crash.
they
man.
love fake cars running into each other. It's hilarious.
Fake cars, like toy cars.
Yeah. Well, Carter, golly,
Yeah,
I mean,
I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
He's my child. I
I do have one more question. What are you planning to do this summer? You're out of school. You got the whole summer. It's time to be a kid. What are you doing this summer?
Oh, we're heading to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney.
He's been reading some books too.
You gonna get a new lightsaber?
No,
Um,
you already got one. Those are expensive.
I was trying to really put it on your dad here, where he'd have to deliver that.
No,
for
no,
you.
we're
Very soon.
Very soon.
we're
he said.
lightsabered out, brother. You got one.
Can you bring me back a
I wanted to
lightsaber?
like to zoom the camera in so I look more dramatic.
More dramatic.
Are you trying to produce this thing?
Hey, I'm not trying to produce it. I was just using some suggestions.
Yeah, look right in the camera, Carter.
Hey, he's trying to make it better.
Look,
Right in
this
the camera,
lens.
this
This
camera.
lens right here. Look at it.
He's trying to make it better, guys.
Tell the camera what you needed to do right now.
That says I don't need a lightsaber, but I'm going to make another lightsaber soon.
Yeah, make another
Very
lightsaber soon.
soon.
Yeah, put it online. Hey,
No, you're not.
we'll get you an online campaign just like
Also,
that candy.
And also, edit the first one out because that was just take one.
Yeah, listen, Hunter.
Oh,
pay
hey,
attention,
son, this is a
son.
podcast.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Oh man.
J.J. Abrams over here.
Yeah,
What
Carter.
are you doing?
Hey, I'm not. My name's Carter, not JJ Abrams.
Okay, my bad. You're just trying to direct and
I'm not directing. I'm just clear. I'm just using suggestions.
I appreciate it,
Right, it's
Carter.
just a suggestion,
I-
JD.
I will do every suggestion. Don't worry.
oh,
Oh,
boy.
my
We're about to
goodness.
get the wildest Instagram reel of all time out of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Jesus.
Like I probably like a billion likes in comments.
That's
And
not gonna
money.
happen.
You know what I found weird? I figured with Si sitting beside me today, I wouldn't have any fun socks to look at, but Carter wore his Christmas socks out here in the middle of
Hey,
July.
boy,
That's because he's
Hey.
the only player I found.
and they look good, Carter.
You only got that boy one pair of socks.
Hold the phone right now.
You only got
How
that-
many? No, not really. That's a suggestion. Don't be so literal. You don't have to pick up my phone. How many pairs of socks do you have with different presidents' faces on it?
Like a lot.
How
One of
many?
them- but I know two of them. One is Queen Elizabeth, and the other is Hamilton.
We have
Oh.
Queen Elizabeth socks.
She's not even American. She wasn't even American. She was British.
What are we doing?
That's true.
All right. Well, you have Abraham Lincoln socks, JFK socks. You have like 3 pair of Trump socks.
Trump socks. Trump dance.
He's got a pair of socks of him doing the dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So don't tell people those fleece lined Christmas socks are the only socks you own.
Okay, sorry.
You got any Biden socks?
No.
Why not?
That's because he might have looked kind of famous because he was in a lot of video games in Roblox,
Oh,
but
boy.
he wasn't really that good of a president.
Yeah.
And
I would've
he was
used-
also a Democrat.
I would have used
A
one.
lot of Republican people watching.
Oh. Okay, I'm done.
No,
I need a
No,
break.
wait, whoa.
Whoa!
Back
Whoa!
up the
You want to
truck.
get political? Here we are.
Hey,
Back up the truck.
Back up the truck, son.
And put those headphones back on, man.
back the truck up, take the trash out.
Woo!
Okay, just put them back on. Okay.
Okay, so no Joe Biden socks, no Andrew Jackson socks, right?
Oh, boy.
Andrew Jackson and William Herring sucks. I do not know how to say his last name
William Henry
because
Harding.
that guy hired like
Oh boy.
crooks.
He hired crooks.
And plus, I'm trying to get
They
my
dropped that duck call. You better get that
Drop the
for
duck
it.
call. Well, Carter, we appreciate the laughs, man. You're a delight.
Yeah.
I'm glad to call you my son.
Oh, praise God. Thank you for stopping by, Carter.
Yep.
Come back anytime, my friend.
You're welcome anytime, Mr. President.
Oh,
Let's
we
go.
salute you, Mr.
Any last words
Right.
to tell the people?
Until next time. I'm in the duck call room. See you later.
Like and subscribe.
All right, there you go.
Ooh, our friends at My Pillow have a passion to help everyone get what, Si?
Oh, pillow.
The best sleep of your life.
Pillow,
What
which
they do.
requires a
Oh,
pillow.
They go with the
sheets.
pillow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, look, the folks at My Pillow, they didn't stop when they made the pillow.
They kept going.
They kept going.
They're like a train or a bunny that never stops.
And if you got a good pillow, you know what you need to go with it?
Sheets.
The best bed sheets ever made. Look, My Pillow is offering the best deal on their Percale bed sheets. You can get a set for as low as $24.98. The My Pillow Percale sheets are breathable and have a cool, crisp feel and have deep pockets to fit over any mattress. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep, which is crucial for a busy schedule. So
Busy schedules are busy.
again, your pillow can be as comfortable as you want it to be, but if you're in a poor wrapper, such as your sheets, you're still not going to sleep, right? You got it. They got to all match. If you got the best on one, you got to have the best on the other. And if you're like, well, I love the bed sheets I got now, well, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But you know what? You ain't got the best robe ever made.
Nope.
Just go over there and get you a robe. You ain't got the best towels.
I love them slippers.
And
Oh,
slippers.
gotta
You
have
wanna-
slippers.
You want to go slipping and sliding? You can do all that too, because My Pillow makes it all. But while you're there, be sure to check out this offer. For a limited time, when your order is over $100, you will receive $100 in free digital gifts. Go to mypillow.com/
Duck.
to receive the My Pillow Percale sheets for as low as $24.98. Order now or call 1-800-969-3137. Use the promo code.
Duck,
That number again is 1-800-969-3137. Use the promo code.
duck.
Oh, maybe I can do this. I make no promises.
Hey, that you can do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
You have twins. I have Carter. It's what we do.
I know, but Carter says real words.
We raise yours are going to do it one day.
Oh,
They
man.
might just be more dialed in.
Oh, man. Well, that was a good start to today's overall. Let's
It's a wild podcast.
call it comedy day, right? Like, I don't know the better term to use for it. We now have our good friend, Mr. Justin Stagner, back with us. He's in town helping out at the sportsman's camp. So we said, you know what, while you're here volunteering your time, why don't you come give us some free time too? So,
I don't mind volunteering.
yeah.
He's a volunteer all
I
around.
thought you were a Roll Tide guy.
Roll Tide. I still
Oh.
volunteer though.
Oh.
My moonlight is a volunteer.
Oh, I married one. Don't do that. Oh man. Oh man. How you been, Mr. Stagner? How's life
Man.
been since the last time we got to talk to you?
It has been crazy. It's been wild.
Yeah.
How have y'all been?
We've been sitting right here.
Yeah, I
The
know.
whole time.
I try keeping up as well as I can.
Yeah, we don't get too far. But how's the comedy thing doing? I see now you're doing a lot more shows and things like that. So you on the road, kind of like we were back in the day. How's that life?
It's fun. I try to stay gone only like 2 days a week tops because I just like being home with the family at least 5 days a week.
Yeah.
That way, it's still better than the 4 night shifts that I used to work. So just being gone 2 days, coming
You work
back.
night shifts?
Oh yeah, I worked 2 weeks of days and 2 weeks of nights at a steel mill for 13 years.
Them 12-hour graveyards don't play, do they?
Man, it was rough. Your body wouldn't get used to it, and then 2 weeks later you'd switch.
Yeah, they switch over. Yeah, that's what done it.
Yeah, terrible.
Go from one to the other.
Yeah, and you never get used to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you stay confused all the time.
I'm not used to it, and I've never even done it.
That's what everybody says about TV show and all that. Like, we know it's a lot of work on you. I'm like, yeah, but it beats the heck out of 12-hour graveyard.
Exactly.
Somebody came in the store the other day. They're like, "You working hard?" And I was like, "Not compared to them boys in the mines.
Yeah.
I got air conditioner. I'm doing all right."
Yeah, let's just call it what it is, man. It ain't.
That's the truth, man. Those 12-hour shifts are brutal.
Ooh-wee. But no, we're glad to have you back, man. And the lower Alabama seems to be thriving right now. It's y'all's time of the year anyway. All the rednecks from up here go down there and see y'all. So
Yeah, it's getting nice and hot. And everybody's heading to the beach. They stop by on their way to the beach.
and just wave, huh?
Uh-huh. I tell people when they come see me, when they come do the podcast or something, they say, "Man, I didn't know Alabama looked like this." I said, "Well, the rest of it don't. It's just us. We're the only ones on the coast."
You'll have to have Al stop in. He basically lives down there now.
Al and his beach house.
Yeah, I mean, Lisa sells real estate down there too, so they might as well just get all their mail there instead of up here. But no, man, I don't. I'm still trying. My mind's blown from a 11-year-old. I mean,
He'll do that to you. How old's your son?
He's 6, and
He's 6?
he's freshly getting out of he's in a boot right now. He just got out of a cast. He broke his leg.
how'd he riding bulls?
No, he was riding a hoverboard, and the hoverboard has a safety mechanism where it beeps 3 times and then just locks up.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
So it's like, well, I guess the guy that designing it was like, look, give them 3 beeps and then teach them a lesson if they don't listen.
And then break their leg.
And it did. It locked up on him at the skating rink, and I guess he hit it when he fell.
Question. In the skating rink?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They let him hoverboard now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That hadn't made it to our skating rinks.
Do y'all have the walkers yet?
No, we just have regular rollerblades.
See, no kids learn how to skate anymore. They give them a walker,
Really?
and then they go get their skates on, and they just push this walker. So nobody learns how to skate.
I just find it puzzling how the only 2 people that I somewhat know that have been to a skating rink in the past 10 years are sitting across from me right now.
I know.
I was at a skating rink like 2 weeks ago.
And
like,
nobody
it's
was
last
hoverboarding?
week.
What about scooters? They let them bring scooters?
No, it was all skates. But I was so my middle son Ben's. It was actually my daughter's friend's birthday party, and all the dads were standing over there, and I showed up a little late, and my son comes up, he goes, "Are you going to skate?" I said, "Son, I'm not going to be the only dad skating." And he goes, "It'll just prove you're the only dad that's happy." And I was like, "Ma'am, can I have a pair of rollerblades, please?"
Yeah, y'all got any rollerblades?
And so
in
then I was the
13?
only adult out there.
Not
just
me, buddy.
Cruising through.
That's a
cruising.
far fall when you get older.
I went. I was skating. I needed a walker.
Still on blades.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd have had to do blades if I was doing it. I
Really?
couldn't do the speed skates. No way.
Them 4 wheels that are beside each other. It's dangerous.
I don't like that.
Well, my cankles wouldn't take none of it. So
No, my ankle. When I got done, my back was in a lot of pain.
Well, you know those brown skates don't have any ankle support. It's just paper.
them brown skates. Yeah, I do.
And everyone knew what he was talking about immediately.
Exactly.
Oh,
They bought
boy.
them when Si was in elementary, and they've been renting them out ever since.
Yeah, and then they gave Sonic a heck of a deal on the closeout when they started to put a drive-through in.
I know.
Whatever happened to that, man?
When they skated,
Yeah,
And now it's
Sonic-
optional. Every now and then you'll see like a.
I have not
doing
seen
it.
a skater in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I haven't gone to a non-drive-through Sonic in the last few times I've been there, so I haven't even given them the opportunity to walk it out there.
Oh man, that's sad.
Really?
It's America's drive-in.
It is America's driving, but I ain't,
Ours is horrible.
But gas is so expensive. I ain't trying to sit there in my air conditioner.
Hey,
He said ours is horrible.
It is. But dude, it's so funny when he broke his leg. Like, you know how parents are. I was like, son, your leg's not broke.
Oh yeah,
What's wrong with you? Walk it off.
Yeah, spit.
Oh
on
no,
And, like,
you
we're
went
at-
with that.
Oh yeah, dude. We got him walking in Walmart and everything. Like, oh god. And then look, afterwards, we're sitting there driving, and his leg just keeps getting bigger. And I was like, he might be onto something here. And so, and like, it's so crazy because my son's so dramatic. He's in the back seat, like, this was my favorite leg.
it. Like he's
I
gonna
was like,
lose
that's your left leg. You don't even use it for anything.
That's my favorite leg.
It was sad. He got put in a wheelchair for like, I don't know, 6 weeks. That was pretty brutal.
And you were walking him through the Walmart?
Yeah, that was before we got the cast. Before we even took him to the doctor, we were like, dude, just walk it off. And he's in Walmart just like,
it. Yeah,
it was terrible.
And-
We had to apologize to him a lot after that.
That checks.
But yeah, it felt bad.
yeah. That cost you some things.
It did.
That cost you some
me
new
a whole
toys.
trip to the Super Nintendo world.
Yep. That'll do it to you.
Oh well, tell him there's still hope because I was about 6 years old. Yeah, 6. I was in kindergarten when I broke my leg. I did kindergarten in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, that was before they knew that you didn't have to, like, if you broke your lower leg, you didn't have to have a cast all the way up to your hip.
Yeah.
Like, I legit
Yeah.
in 1989, 90, 91, whenever that happened, I had a cast from my toes to my hip because I broke my freaking tibia. That's
That's
down
what he
here,
broke.
by the way.
That's what he broke.
That's
Yeah,
not-
they
that's not
casted me from my
required.
toes to my hip for that thing.
What did you do? Did you fall off a Segway?
A bicycle.
A bicycle?
Bicycle wreck, yeah. I got twisted up under in a curve, and I felt it when it happened. My parents did the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I told my buddy that was right there with me because he stopped checking on me. He's like, you okay? I said, nah, man, I think my legs broke.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember. It's
You
one of
knew
my- I felt it go. You know, I've broken a few things since then, and a break has a certain feel to it once you experience it. That it's like.
I've never
my-
broken a bone because I'm soft.
Me
I
neither.
don't do
I never
anything.
broke
But
one.
my parents were like, get on your bike and get it to the house, you know. So there
Yeah.
I went pedaling with a broken leg back to the house.
When Carter fell off the Segway, and he didn't break his arm, but it was nasty. It was all bruised up and stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that brought him peace is that we read that the inventor of Segway fell off a Segway and died and fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
He was like, that serves him right.
That's amazing the company survived that.
Well, he sold it.
Okay.
And then he was riding around a Segway and pew. And Carter was like, yep, that's what Segways deserve.
That's
Did he
what
know
he
the-
gets for quitting on his own product.
No, Carter was like, I'm never riding a Segway again. I said, do you know what happened to the inventor of Segway? And he's like, I can get down with Segways again. As long as he got in
man.
trouble.
Yeah.
He bruised my elbow.
Breaking your leg at that age, though, that's tough because now he's inside,
Yeah,
like,
oh,
going
dude.
stir crazy.
A week before graduation, he graduated in a wheelchair, and he's been now he's in the boot, so he's running everywhere. Got to tell him to chill out a little
I
bit.
played t-ball in a wheelchair. I was the
no,
catcher.
you were just there.
Yeah, I know. I was the catcher back there, but I had my leg propped up in a wheelchair. Like,
What?
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
oh yeah.
Are there photographs?
My mom has photographs of me playing.
Well, I bet y'all was
t-ball
in first
cast-
place, wasn't you?
Oh yeah, we was pretty good. We had all the
Brittany-
studs of the deal, so it didn't really matter, you know. But that's back when t-ball was still kind of like baseball. It wasn't.
Martin.
Now it's just wrangling cats. Like when you go watch it, like
It is.
We were taking ground balls at practice when I was playing t-ball, but my coach was my buddy's dad.
Here
was,
we go. Oh,
No,
kids
I'm
these
just
days.
saying he wanted to win at every level. It didn't matter if we were 5 or if we were 15. Like,
Well, that's the travel ball teams now.
yeah, that's all them boys doing that stuff now.
Mhm.
We don't belong there.
No, not anymore. And my kids, hopefully will never grace the presence of a travel ball team. So
Yeah.
I'm going to teach them how to fish, and hopefully they spend a lot of money with you.
I'm
and
down with that.
we
You know
can
what my
call it
dad
good.
told somebody the other day about me?
Uh-oh.
It kind of hurt my feelings.
Till you
but then
realized it was true.
It was very true.
Oh.
He was talking about kids playing baseball. He goes, "Oh no, John David was the perfect baseball player." He said he was good enough to where he was interesting, but he wasn't so good that I had to spend a lot of time out there. There was no future going to happen.
That's right. No future.
But he was okay to watch.
Yeah.
We weren't having to do any all-stars,
Yeah,
but he wasn't terrible.
Dude, I
I was
was-
like,
but you
I
got
don't know whether I'm happy or offended.
Yeah,
I
but
watched-
you weren't eating nachos in the dugout either, right?
There we go.
I watched the video the other day, and it's this mom, and it starts with her kid as like a little bit over T-ball, like coach pitch, and it's just her saying like, "Dang it, Charlie," for like 20 years, all the way through college. Every time he strikes out, you just hear the mom being like, "Dang it, Charlie!" Like I was like, that might not be Charlie's sport, you know? I like that he stuck with it, but
Yeah, let him try something else.
Yeah, Chuck, go try something else, Chuck. It ain't
Yeah.
no big deal. Well, what's next for you, Mr. Stagner? Where's life taking you after sportsman's camp? Which, by the way, thank you for coming and investing in these young.
Yeah, what are
kids'
you doing at
lives, man.
Sportsman's Camp while you're here? What are you teaching?
today we did some rifle range stuff with the kids, which was awesome. I did it as Buck Norris, my character Buck Norris, who's America's greatest hunting coach.
You can probably pull that up, JD.
Oh, I've seen it. It's rich in quality.
He's America's greatest hunting coach, you know. I shoot with both eyes closed.
And you talk to the kids like that?
Yes, I did.
Did they learn anything?
No, they did not. That's what Tombo was there for. But it was fun to watch, man. Some of these kids have never fired a gun before in their life, and then by the end of it, they're just doing amazing. You know, they're hitting targets back to back, and you can just see the fire in their eyes whenever they get it going. So
It
I
is.
mean, stuff like that. I don't mind doing stuff like that. It's as much for me as it is for them.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we've done it. How many years now? Is this year?
I think this is year 5.
Year
I was
5.
I was talking to some parents and they were like, "What all do they do?" And I was like, "Well, technically I was only there for the whole thing for year 1 and we were really winging that."
Yeah, it's definitely gotten more robust now.
It's like they were like, "Did they bring their own guns?" I was like, "No, we got it all covered." But
yeah, just like tomorrow, I'm actually taking my boat out there, and we're going to go through all kinds of things like
you're taking your boat?
I'm taking my
Are
boat.
we putting it in the pond?
No, I'm not.
Are we going to go
I'm not
live
gonna-
scope the Camp Chioka
I'm not
pond?
going. No, there ain't but that 1 6-pounder that lives in there. He's been caught like 97 times. I ain't
Well, let's
trying to
go
catch
get him again.
98.
Yeah. But no, just teaching them some different things like boat safety, like just things that you just don't think about, man. Like things that we take for granted that our fathers and grandfathers and all that taught us. I mean, there's a lot going in when you decide I'm going to buy a boat and I'm about to haul this thing on a trailer around the country. Like there's just a lot of things, and nobody, these kids aren't exposed to it. So it's really fun to do these kind of things for these
Well, the
kids.
coolest part is some of the kids are. Like, you go
Yeah.
out there and some of them kids, I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, crap, he can fish better than me.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
And I'm like,
some of them
yeah.
are great.
yeah.
But you notice those kids start helping out the kids who parents send them there because they're trying to learn. And it's really cool to see that.
Well, and if you see kids also, then you end up with kids like Cade, who I met. I would have never met Cade if he hadn't have come to Sportsman's Camp, and now he works for us. Like,
That's
so,
cool.
for us, like you get to interview kind of the next generation of workers and kids and all the things.
about
Like
to go find one.
that's what I'm saying. You may want to pay attention when we're out there tomorrow night. Like you can find little diamonds in the rough and kids that get it, and like they just have the right personality, right blend, and all the things. So it's very much a recruitment tool for us. Like, kind of on the job training, like, cause one of the deals is building duck calls. So I always ask, like, who was the best one? Who did pretty good at that? Let me know.
It is a different world, though, because I remember when I was a kid, you couldn't find another kid that didn't grow up the way I was growing up.
Yeah, and we were all doing it
growing
together.
up like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were all rubbing dirt on it, saying walk it off. Like, 'cause
Exactly.
you didn't want to get in trouble
Everybody's
from your parents.
Everybody's leg was broken in Walmart back when we were kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, your whole Christmas break, you were hunting every day.
Yeah.
Like every kid was.
That's Thanksgiving
where I
break.
grew up.
Thanksgiving break, same way. You come home just long enough for dinner, and then you went right back.
Exactly. Hunted on Thanksgiving. And it was amazing.
And it's a lost deal today.
We watched the parade.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
man.
not. I didn't grow up hunting. I grew up fishing, and
It's-
November you just gonna watch the parade and take a
yeah,
nap.
it could,
That's like, people that live in the city. They have no idea what goes on with farmers, what they do and all that. because they've never been around it.
Exactly. This is
So
exactly true.
So, like when you was talking about these kids, teaching them something, that's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because some of them come from families where they've never, gone. What are you talking about?
Right.
For people that actually live and hunt all the time, well, that's just another tool, one of our tools we use.
Yeah.
Well, people that don't do it, well, that's something rare for them.
Right.
Oh no, I remember year one of Sportsman's Camp. Chambo.
Oh, Big Cham.
Yeah.
Big Cham, man.
This dude had never been exposed to the outdoors or anything, and he hooks into a decent bass.
Yeah.
And I hear, I got one from across the pond, and I take off running. And I'm like, just back up, man. Don't even reel. Just back up.
Yeah, just run up the bank.
And he just backs on up till that thing's on the bank. He picked that sucker up. You would have thought he won $1 million.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he had my rod and reel, and
Oh, it was awesome.
with a daggum Ned rig on it, and he just threw it out there, and big dummy went up there and ate it, and was like, the smile on that kid's face. So his whole week was made on like the first afternoon.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
that's
just
what I was telling Tombo is like, you see, just like that kid we were talking about today that never shot a gun before and then hits 20 in a row. It's like the light in his eyes.
He hit 20 in a row?
20 in a row.
I'm not doing that.
And look,
I'm way too fidgety.
what I'm saying is he might not ever shoot a gun again. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it could also ignite a fire that next time you see him, he's shooting for the U.S. Olympic team.
Like if he went,
like
that's what Tombo said.
yeah, I mean you just
Well,
never know.
you never know.
Tombo Martin is in the house, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna
everybody.
get Tombo in here too. We're gonna get the other
Okay.
Martin in here too before we get out of here for sure.
Of
It's
Buck
just,
Commander.
you just hope that they go home and tell their parents how much they loved it, and they say, "Okay, well maybe we got something here." Let's,
Well, and then you tell their parents too that may think that all guns are bad, right? Because
Sure.
they get a lot of negative press. They get way more negative press than they do good press. But in the right hands and taught the right way, like they're a very good tool for having fun, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Like, I mean,
Well-
burning powder is fun. I don't care
Well,
what
I
anybody
just know,
says.
like me, okay, we actually supplemented our food, groceries.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
When I went to the lake, it wasn't to play.
No.
It was to catch the fish,
Yeah.
hey, for supper.
Yeah. Now they got us all convinced to throw them back.
my grandpa dropped out of high school to sell catfish. That's a true story. He dropped out of school to sell catfish.
Hey, Phil Robertson built this whole place off of running trammel nets, hoop nets, and every other kind of limb line net thing you could think of because he had to sell fish to buy the wood for the duck calls.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah,
took
because
to-
everything he did, okay, was to sell the fish.
yeah, sell
Exactly.
them all.
Throw lines, nets, drop lines off of limbs, just any way you could catch a fish, we did it.
Yeah, and I remember being a kid going with my grandpa, and I would get excited until I realized we had to run trot lines. And I remember as a kid being like even though you knew it was going to be a long
That's work,
day,
Oh, that's it.
a long
most
work
people,
day.
that's another thing. Most people don't understand, okay, for you to go get in a boat and go fishing, somebody did a lot of work before that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, because fishing and hunting, okay, is work. People always tell me, "Oh, I can't believe you're shooting them little defensive animals." I said, "Hey, you need to close your mouth because you're showing you're ignorant." I said, "Because hey, look," I said, "if all it was to killing like deer hunting, if all it was pulling the trigger on a deer, I'd sell every gun I got and never go again."
Mm.
I said, "I'm shooting that thing for a reason.
Amen.
Hey, I'm going to take him and drag him back home after I gut him and get 90% of the weight out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got to go home, skin him, cut him up, or I can put him in the freezer and not let the meat ruin. Okay,
He's
and I'm
gonna
going to
be
eat on that
delicious.
sucker for about 3 months.
It's going to be delicious.
Which is, venison is one of my favorite, steaks.
It is my favorite.
Oh,
High in protein.
very high.
But most people don't get into it because I was watching the news one night, and that's been years ago, and a woman in New York City said, "Oh, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the farmers and all the trouble they got. If I just want some hamburger meat, I just go to the grocery store and get it."
She said that?
Yeah. And
No
I said,
way.
that woman don't even know that a farmer had to raise that cow and then had to slaughter it and take it, to the meat. then they cut it up, grind it up, make hamburger meat out of it. I said, welcome to the real world there, stupid.
I thought he was going to say sister, but stupid.
I've got a saying with my son. I don't know if I told y'all this or not. I can't remember. But I'll say the world, and my son will say, is full of stupid people.
Oh,
Then I will say, don't, and he'll say, be one of them. And I said, that's right, bud.
no, Ron White's my favorite comedian for one reason.
Oh, man.
He comes out and said, you can't fix stupid.
You cannot.
And you can't.
Not even with duct tape, right? Well, on that note, I'm going to step out and let another Martin have my chair.
You're gone?
Yeah, I'm just.
We're bringing in another Martin.
Well, look, I ain't trying to get Si up. Yeah, get another Martin in here.
Well, look how fun this
Yeah, I
is.
saw one all political on y'all.
Hunter, repeat after me. The world. No, I'm kidding.
It's full of. I'm trying to get a
Hey, Hunter,
catchphrase going
Hunter,
here.
repeat after me. Don't be one of them.
Trying to get a catchphrase going.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest joining the podcast is none other than Buck Commander, the Houston Astros' own Tom Martin.
That is.
What's up, guys? What's going on? Oh, Lord.
Who's that guy?
Look, there's pictures of you all over the internet, man.
Yeah, I was young at one point.
You were young.
Nobody
at one
believes
point.
that.
No. Tombo of Buck Commander and baseball fame has joined us. So he's teaching kids how to shoot with their eyes closed.
What do you expect from me? I can't do it.
You,
I can't shoot with both
what are you
eyes
out
open.
there doing?
He can't do it. His is open. That's right.
Both of them.
Both of them. But I got a question. How did you meet Willie Robertson?
Oh, Lord.
That's
Yeah.
a question that a lot of people ask me.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, here it is. I was pitching with the Rockies back in 2006, and I walked into the clubhouse at home, and there was this dude sitting on one of our couches.
Yep.
A hairy dude. With the ugliest boots I've ever seen.
Red boots.
Oh,
Fire boots.
Lord. Yeah, you got it. Exactly. That's
The
exactly
fire
right.
boots. I love it.
So I'm walking around the clubhouse. I'm like, does anybody know who this cat is? I just want to introduce myself to him. I knew he wasn't media. They're not allowed to sit on the couches. They got to stand up and wait by your locker if they want to talk to you. And Willie didn't look like he wanted to talk to anybody anyways. So Todd Helton finally comes in from the batting cages, early hitting. And I said, do you know who that dude is? He goes, that's my buddy Willie. I said, is he homeless? And he started laughing. He goes, no, he's not homeless. He goes, you ever heard of Duck Commander? I said, I've heard of him, but I'm not a wing shooter. He goes, yeah, they've been doing it since the 70s and this, that, and the other. And Willie kind of running the company. And I said, all right, cool. So he's a buddy of yours. He goes, yeah. I said, whenever I said hey to him. And that was it. We just started talking about hunting and stuff like that. And he said, you duck hunt? I was like, no, I don't. I said, I would. I just don't. I have a hard enough time shooting things standing still, right? So
does Si.
So we talked about it a little bit, and then he showed up again. We were playing the Dodgers. He showed up, and we hung out a little bit in the clubhouse. He goes, man, we're going down to Texas in the off season to shoot some deer. Would you like to go? And I was like, well, of course I would. So without even clearing it with my boss, you know who that is, my wife, I said, I'm in.
I thought you were going to say the coach.
No, I didn't listen to any of them.
No, you didn't listen to him.
That's why my career was so short.
No, he means the real boss.
That's right, the one that counts.
The one that counts.
Yeah, number 2 behind the big one.
Okay.
Right. So so we talked about it, and I said I'm in. And after the game, I called my wife. I went home to my wife. I said, I'm going to Texas this off season. She said, for what? I said, well, I met this guy, and he said, you want to come hunting? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, who is he? I said, I don't know, really. I said, well, his name's Willie, and his family shoots a lot of ducks and stuff like that. And this is before I knew anything about y'all's the life or the story. And of course, I learned a good bit about it later. But we had a good time, and we met in the hill country of Texas, and for 4 or 5 days, just shot everything we saw, and now I can't stop.
There you go.
Right.
And that's basically the story of Buck Commander, was Willie sleeping and hanging out on random couches until he got enough people to pay for it.
That's correct.
Is that
Now you can call it what you will, but that's smart business on his part. If you
No, I think say that's the entrepreneur in Willie. Hey, if you ain't got any money, find those that do have it.
That's he picked a pretty target rich environment with baseball.
No. Hey,
That's what you're supposed to do. If you want to start a business, you have a good idea, but you don't have the capital.
Yeah.
Find the people that do and have like interests and go for it.
And here we are,
and look,
20 years later.
Yeah, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Hey.
But I'll tell you this, and we have you to thank for this, and you over there, my favorite Martin. When Duck Dynasty took off, we were right behind y'all. Without y'all, we would not be where we are. So I thank you for that. You guys paved the road for us.
I would point towards a certain old gentleman who used to wear glasses for that. He really.
And here's one of the things that I need to add right here. Okay, people always say, "Hey, can one man make difference?" I'm here to tell you, one man can make a difference.
That's correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if he stands up for what he believes in, and always does. Okay, I call it. Hey, you talk the talk. Let's see about can you walk the walk with it.
Well,
and really, that's what the Robertsons are good for.
100%.
Okay, is that God blessed us. Okay, knowing. Okay, and this is the infinite wisdom of the Almighty. Knowing if, hey, I always say it this way. Hey, God did his part. He blessed us just so we could bless other people. And that's the way this should work. And then when you think about it, it's a good way to do it. God blesses this person, and then this person blesses 25 more people, and then those bless, and then it just keeps, the ripple effect just keeps going.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing, if it wasn't for all of this happening, I wouldn't have been baptized. I promise you that. Because that was never even a thought in my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew Willie for, 9-10 years before we even had a discussion about that. And it was in his backyard. We were doing commercials for the Buck Commander, and we got stuck on this one sponsor. Like we need something funny, something cool. We just couldn't do it. He said, "Well, stop by the house afterwards." This is like June, like now. So we pull up, and it's 97 degrees outside. Willie's got a fire about 9 feet high in his backyard, and he's just sitting there. I'm like, what is it? Trial by fire, huh?
Oh, this guy lost his mind?
Yeah, he finally lost it.
Yeah.
And so we pull up, and we start talking about just stuff. And then Grant Taylor had just got back from a trip from Georgia, and he's like, "Yeah, I got some people on the radar." I'm like, "What do you mean? What does that mean?" He goes, "Well, people I want to bring to the Lord, I got them targeted." I'm like, "Oh, cool." So we talked about that, and I don't know, 2.5 hours later, we got through all the commercial stuff, and it got quiet, and I was just hypnotized by the fire, and I could see Willie's head just go. I'm like, I promise, I put my hand on the Bible. At that point, I said, "Here we go." I knew what was coming. So weird, man. Not weird. It's just weird for me.
Yeah.
He said, "Tombo, I've never talked to you about your conviction, man. Where do you stand?" I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "If you were to die right now."
Where do I stand? Where do I stand on what?
Well, I'm sitting at your house.
Yeah.
He goes, "If you were to die right now, would you go to heaven or hell?" I said, "Pretty sure I'd go to hell." He goes, "Whoa." Wow. I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I've never had anybody answer that. Most people say purgatory or heaven, which there is no purgatory." I did not know that either till that night, right? So about 2 o'clock, 2:15 in the morning, I went under the water. And I came up, man, it's a different feeling, You guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
That's a real Buck Commander story.
When you come out of the water, you feel lighter.
I felt so good.
No.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was incredible. And, I watched one of our camera guys get baptized at Adam's place in Fort Scott and cried like a baby. And I told Will, I said, "I don't understand why I was so upset." He goes, "Do you feel like you're missing something?" I said, "Dang it." Yep. I guess so. I didn't know it, but yeah, man. And he goes, "Well, you ready?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." He goes, "You serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." But the only bad part about it is I had to wear a pair of his swimming shorts.
Those didn't fit.
Well, it's not even the fit part I was worried about.
Oh, they smelled?
I don't know. I just know they were on him at some point.
They didn't fit for sure. I didn't know that's how we were going to end this one with Tombo coming in here.
Listen,
just
this was not
No,
mine.
but
Yeah,
hey.
but that's kind of what we always do, because you're right about the fact that we're all in this room because of one man. And I'm going to point back to your brother, who we just lost recently. And because
thing.
he made that decision, we're sitting with Justin, we're sitting with Tombo, Hunter's in here, Justin Martin's in here, Si's in here, Beth's in here. And without him turning his life to the Lord, I mean, you're probably
Well-
still a comedian. I don't know what I'm just
Hey.
selling worms on the side of the road.
Hey, you got to.
I'm
I've
not
got
here.
worms.
I'm trying to figure out how to wrap up this episode because it was a wild one. We had the president, we had a comedian, we had baseball, we had Si, we talked about all sorts of stuff. But we have Sportsman's Camp, and I think we always end one with the Bible verse, and I think I'm just going to go with one of Phil's favorites because all of us in here are blessed to work in the outdoor industry in some fashion or make jokes about it or sell stuff for it or shoot stuff on video. And one of Phil's favorite verses was orders from headquarters, boys. Acts 10:13, and there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. That's what we're doing. That's what we do every day. We're just out there making food because it's delicious.
Lots
Hey,
of it. God's
and
grocery
that
store.
voice that said that was the creator.